She has been an ambassador with a history of advising and pursuing fresh ideas and developing on them. A person who brought innovative ideas into the government machinery and delivery of foreign policy. She has served in some diverse and interesting countries, and currently she is putting her endeavors to make India a science state through her initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together to welcome this proficient and intellectual lady who has been former ambassador of Switzerland, Lichtenstein, and the Holy See, founder of SITARA, Smita Purushottam.
Wow.
Smita, we welcome you wholeheartedly on our show, and thank you so much for taking time and to make it possible. And we truly appreciate you being here. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I've heard about you and read about you, and I think it's a wonderful initiative that you've undertaken, to promote, visibility of women. And I'm so honored to be, in your list of people.
Let me start this discussion by talking about your passion to make India a science state through your initiative SITARA, which is a science, indigenous technology and advanced research accelerator in India. Please let us know more about it.
Okay, so basically during my travels, and in fact, my father was also in the foreign service, and I have seen India at a very, very poor state, and somehow I felt we were not progressing the way we should, because I have seen all over the world, Indians do extremely well everywhere. In India, somehow we are not able to advance as fast. So I was always seeking answers why this is so. And I got the opportunity finally when I was posted in China. And there I saw massive progress, absolutely double-digit growth. And I was wondering how this happened. So I was again looking for answers. I went for some sabbaticals and to study this issue. I kept thinking about it, and then finally I came upon the answer that it is technology. Technology is the foundation of power.
Yes.
It makes a person think in a logical, rational way.
Yes.
It is really the basis of scientific thinking, and therefore application, to the world. And therefore then you can make things, you can innovate, and that is what gives power to the economy. Once your economy is strong and stable and fast growing, then it can also power your geopolitical status. So I thought that we in foreign policy were approaching it from the wrong end. We were looking at our geopolitical status first and not even paying attention a little bit to economic power. Yes, lip service is paid to it, but technology is virtually absent from our thinking. And so I started this independent initiative when I was at the Institute of Defense Studies and Analyses in India. And before that, I tried to study it, but more from the economic perspective. I got a very good break to go to Harvard University. Thereafter, I am more and more, events have confirmed what it was a hunch in the beginning, but events have completely confirmed it. When I started SITARA, we were the only ones to predict multiple developments and the only ones to take initiatives which have caught government's attention and on which government has acted also.
Right. Truly appreciable initiative, and I must congratulate you on this initiative, Smita. And moving on to my next question, which is about women leadership, because as I see through your profile that you have been posted as foreign service officer almost throughout your life. So I would love to understand across the world, as women leaders have been by and large underrepresented, and politics is no exception to this, certainly. So what challenges did you face in your career as a women foreign service officer?
Okay, so I'll be very frank. I think in the Indian Foreign Service, of course, there are people with very outdated mindsets. And this, by the way, is characteristic of both women and men, not just men. And with very poor attitude and empathy towards women. I somehow was lucky in the sense that 90% of my interactions with my male colleagues have been positive, and they have been encouraging, and I have not faced that kind of prejudice. But there are, fortunately, I was in certain areas where I didn't meet these people. I have come across them. They have behaved atrociously, and I think there is tremendous prejudice and misogyny, which works against the advance of women, even in our service. But on the whole, I think the Indian Foreign Service may be more progressive than perhaps other areas of service and work.
I truly appreciate your candidness, Smita, because most of the time people try to be very much politically correct while giving such answers. Smita, just let me ask my next question, which is about one of your best rewarding experience that you ever have had as a foreign service officer throughout your career.
I thought about this, and I must tell you that I think I've enjoyed my entire service, and I've worked extremely hard with tremendous dedication and I hope integrity, and I have delivered in each one of my assignments. Sometimes it's been very difficult to do that because sometimes in the bureaucracy you encounter people who don't have a work ethic, who are steeped in other activities which are not befitting of government service. So it has been, sometimes one has had to struggle against that, but on the whole, I'm proud of so many things. In the UK, I was able to, for example, there was a lot of anti-India statements were being made in Parliament, very, if not anti-India, then pro-Pakistan, and we were able to, really shape the narrative there. I had a wonderful set of senior officers, my High Commissioner in particular, who supported the initiatives I took, and we really changed the attitude towards India. In China also, I'm very proud of my work. I'm not talking of my assignments in India, where also I worked very hard and delivered results, but I was quite junior, so I cannot take credit for the outcomes there. But I worked very hard. I think I was the only one to predict that the Soviet Union, that the Soviet Union and communism in the Soviet Union was going to collapse when everyone else was, they were wearing blinkers on that particular issue. I also warned against political interference in Kashmir before the Kashmir troubles, because the Soviet press was warning us about the attempts of the Pakistanis, in fact, successful attempts to recruit jihadis from Afghanistan and send them across the border to Kashmir and so on. But as I said, I was very junior at the time. In China, for example, I was one of the first officers who understood the importance of the Chinese economic model and what lessons it could have for India and the implications it would have. And I must say that I got tremendous cooperation from Chinese authorities and Chinese friends in trying to understand the model there. In Germany, I think because of the way I cultivate my contacts, I don't sit in my little corner. I've had fantastic contacts everywhere, and my bosses have always praised me for having some of the best contacts in the embassy, and even when I was a junior officer. And in China, for example, I studied the model and I delivered this. Sorry, I've already repeated that. I'm repeating that. In Germany, for example, on the nuclear suppliers group, the advice that saved the deal came through me. I did not originate it, but it came through me. I gave it to my ambassador. She relayed it to the foreign secretary, and the thing is that I was the trusted intermediary, the person whom people felt they could reach out to. And this has happened at numerous times in my career. People have trusted me. The black money agreement with Switzerland. I remember I was undergoing chemotherapy at the time when the Swiss Foreign Ministry called me, and I called the Indian Revenue Secretary, and we got an agreement. And we, but this is very modest compared to what achievements some other colleagues of mine who have been on the front line, of civil wars, etc., have achieved. But I'm proud of the fact that I have given my all to my service.
Yes, indeed. So, Smita, without taking much of your time, we would love to know if you have any message for our viewers.
Oh, well, first of all, I think women are completely equal to any task that they are given. And I really appreciate your initiative. I also feel that the country needs a scientific temperament. All the countries which have, who have succeeded in our world, all the advanced countries have A, invested hugely in research and development, and B, cultivated a scientific temperament. If we can please cultivate that in our country, then our youth will be better off. They will contribute to making a more technologically advanced economy, and we will progress faster as a nation. And sometimes I feel very sad that the media is not giving that message. I mean, when I switch on the TV channels, I find absolutely moronic programs going on. There are very few programs, generating, curiosity or love for science and technology and inculcating that scientific temperament. So I would say that I would request the youth to stop just listening to these videos and these chats, etc., and to focus on scientific advance.
Indeed, Smita. Smita, thank you so much for sharing your insightful experiences with us. We wish you all the best for your future initiatives and for SITARA especially. And thank you so much for talking to us. We truly appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Take care and see you.